Now there's something I want to get off my chest to you guys. This is hard for me to admit, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. Okay, here goes nothing. I was edgy growing up. I wasn't your stereotypical middle school and high school teen. No, I was edgy. Or whatever the f I thought was being edgy back in 2016. I would binge watch all those.
It's like, what is being edgy? Like, what's dark humor? Like, how does it work? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does it work?
Edgy YouTubers back then, you know, like PewDiePie, H3, iDubbbz, Leafy is here. I would tell other kids to drink bleach because I thought that shit was funny. I would laugh at King Batch Vine compilations.
Oh.
Okay, no, I'm just playing about that one. I wasn't that much of an NPC.
Quick to do the whoa and dance savage on TikTok. I've been looking at your posts. You've been silent, so kick rocks.
And I was really into edgy jokes that weren't jokes and just unfunny. So all around.
Yeah, I never laughed at it. I just knew who King. Let's put it like this. I knew who he was, but I ain't watching him, to be honest.
I was pretty much a loser. But that got me thinking back to that painful arc I had to go through in my life and looking into dark humor / edgy humor again. More than ever has dark humor been exploding online recently. If you literally just search dark humor on YouTube, there's hundreds of videos with millions of views on them. It seems like when TikTok blew up in quarantine, we all started to see more of dark humor. But then we also
Just play COD.
started seeing more of
Should be corny, but
canceling happening after this. Niggas online get packed up and sent to the worst purgatory in existence for humans to ever live in. Rumble.com. Ain't nobody using this website. Cancel culture and dark humor are always at a war with each other on the internet. I sort of look at this whole thing like politics. You got normal people who enjoy dark humor, and extreme people who take dark humor too far. You got normal people who like cancel culture, and extreme people who take cancel culture too far. But what really is the definition of dark humor itself? Dark humor is defined as a style of comedy that makes light of a matter that is generally considered taboo. Now there's two sides I like to look at when talking about dark humor. And I'll first talk about the good side of dark humor. Dark humor jokes sometimes can be the funniest shit ever. You are f***ing lying to me if you say you've never laughed at a dark humor joke in your entire life. I don't care if you're the most
I need an example though, like
chronically online, out of reach, canceling Twitter on the planet. You've definitely laughed at something which you probably shouldn't have. And does that make you a bad person? No. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all still kind of primates that have our animal instincts inside of us. It's kind of like how monkeys fling shit at each other or just football tackle each other at the most random times ever as a joke. But instead of doing it like that for humans, we just make jokes about other people and humanity. And honestly, I'd rather take what we do for dark humor than what some animals do for dark humor. Go ahead and search up what dolphins find fun and amusing as dark humor. They play around by tossing and throwing around a live fish to each other, waiting for it to slowly die, and they're just dying laughing, throwing around this dead fish. Also, dark humor has been proven to be a coping mechanism for some people. You ever notice that you smile at something sometimes that you really shouldn't be? Like someone could say they just lowered their grandma's casket into her grave yesterday, and you start to feel like a little smile start perching up from your cheeks. That might
okay, see, it's because they say something right after they say something crazy like we had a party or something like, but it's like some crazy aftermath that's after it though.
Just be how you're coping with the situation. It's not like you wanted to smile. At least I don't think so. Hey, some of y'all are sick and will probably laugh at the fact some nigga lowered his grandma in the casket yesterday.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't be in no serious situation. I'm always smile, bro. Like even if I'm not trying to laugh, like I'm that's just like it's just like the first hand. It's a first hand thing that happens, bro. Like I can't control it. Like if I smile, like I'm not like I'm not actually trying to smile. Like I'm not trying to laugh. It's just like it's the first thing I do. So it's like I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But the brain has a weird way of processing things that happen. It's the same thing though when people laugh at a dark humor joke. They could just be coping with something. Whether it's the stress of life, work, anxiety, trauma, really anything. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think it's those things sometimes. Because I don't feel I'm coping with some trauma shit when I laugh at a TikTok with a little dark humor. It was probably just funny. Then again, there are so many people that do cope with dark humor. And hey, as long as they stay an upstanding citizen in society and want to laugh at a joke some nigga made online, so be it in my eyes. At least they're not out letting all that of anger and rage in public where people got things to do in life. That's how we end up with modern day American schools. I also feel like people who can openly admit that they find some dark humor jokes funny are actually the most sane people. Because there's no person in reality who hasn't laughed at a joke like that. If they're trying with all their lord and might to say something.
Yeah, you got the people on Twitter that pretend like they done no wrong, but yeah.
Something like, no, I never laugh at a joke like that, and I
Not just Twitter, but you know, social media.
never had. I'm a good person, man. I'm a good person. And they're not only capping harder than LeBron does at any type of interview, but they're the person who's laughing the hardest at these jokes in private. And probably got some.
What you mean, man? Look, LeBron was like, it's LeBron, bro. He knew before everybody. Like, he knew this day was coming. Like, he knew you would make this video. Like, he knew he knew an 8th billion person would be born on Earth. Like, he knew that was gonna happen. He knew that.
More shit f***ed up in their head alone. So this is the theory I've come up with. Because these people want to take the high road and act all mighty goody two-shoes for random strangers online, they express their anger through trying to cancel someone online that's able to accept that they find the dark humor jokes funny.
That should be so funny to me. Like, who is this? Like, this wannabe, like, I'm so untouched, I'm so perfect. Like, I can't stand them niggas, bro. I can't stand them. I hate them, bro. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. What the
Am I spinning or am I spinning? I mean, I don't know, man. And it's even worse when it comes down to stand-up comedy shows. The whole point of a stand-up comedian is to make their audience laugh. And a lot of things that comedians joke about are usually things that wouldn't slide in real life, aka dark humor. It's almost like that's the point of a comedy show. Yet people nowadays don't seem to have a single clue about this. Since everyone is literally offended by anything, comedians because of this are now getting canceled and shit. They gotta tiptoe around a subject in order to keep their career alive. I'm convinced that some of y'all just want comedy shows to be completely useless in the future. The comedian walks on stage, greets everyone and thanks them for coming, stands on the stage for 5 minutes without saying a word, then waves to the crowd and leaves without doing a single thing. Is that what y'all want? Is that the future? Because if so, send me back to the past. You guys must just want a future like that one SpongeBob episode where everything is chrome. There's no type of sane interactions other than through alien dialect, and we just live our lives doing the same body.
Nah, this is a funny episode.
Type of shit. People
This
also
is a
fail to
funny
understand that
episode.
there's a reason why these comedians are doing so good. Because there's a group of people who are still buying tickets to these shows and dying laughing at these shows and in the audience. You can't tell me all of a sudden that all of these people are just insane and horrible people in society now and are bound to commit the worst of worst crimes in the future. But the main problem though now is if you're an online comedian. Because if you make a career online around dark humor and those type of jokes, you're guaranteed to get pack smacked and clap off the internet for good with a band. Which is funny to me because in my eyes, if you look at a comedy show from like 20 years ago, they were probably making crazy jokes that you couldn't even get close to saying today or else you get packed and smacked off the internet. But if these companies really care,
Yeah, dropping F-bombs and everything. Can't say F-bombs no more. You know what I mean by F-bombs.
then why didn't they do something like 20 years ago when all these comedians were making these jokes? And I'll tell you why. And you don't have to be a fucking rocket science to realize why it's like this. Money. These companies are always going to side with money. It doesn't matter what the morals are. It just sucks though, especially when somebody's banned online for like some stupid ass reason. An example of a person that this happened to that was a bitch.
That's why a show like Boondocks. Like if that aired today, oh man, shit, oh man. But if Boondocks aired today, but people would not like it, bro. But they, I heard so many F-bombs in that show. I didn't even realize that I heard that many. Like, damn.
Big content creators named Trey Rags. If you don't know Trey Rags, he got really big on TikTok for his dark humor and jokes. Specifically when he was wearing this red shirt. If you ever see this man wearing a red shirt in a video, just know you're about to see the most jaw-dropping out-of-pocket video. But at the same time, it was funny. It was a character that was meant to say the most craziest outlandish things. I can guarantee that no one ever watched one of these videos and thought he was dead serious and like this. Yet TikTok banned him off their platform because of his jokes. Ah yes, TikTok, that's my favorite app. The same app where kids can scroll and see breastfeeding videos on their For You page. The same app
that got he got a that coach, bro. I don't want to talk about that coach, that black dude that be teach you how to like. He be saying some crazy stuff like, but you know what I'm talking about, that black dude how does he get to say that the shit that he like tries to coach you, how does he get to say that? Cause like, bro, like I post a video like me saying one bad word and it get muted, like it don't make sense, bro. I'm confused.
Where people like Speed can post them saying the N-word uncensored and go okay. The same app where literal corn stars have.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I say one bad word and like I got like two clips. I got two clips that I said one bad word. Like I probably said like fucking or I forgot the other word I said, but it was just a little bad word and it got muted, bro. Like what? But then once I be watching, they be doing more cussing than me. Like I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Promoting themselves. Ban Trey Rags for making quote unquote too dark humor jokes. And I full on blame the people in cancel culture who actually got a
it's one clip where I'm just playing bully and like I said fucking like and it got muted. Like 2 hours in it got muted. Like I was so confused, bro.
Offended by his content. Because the only real way someone like Trey Rags would get banned on TikTok is if a large group of people start to spam report the hell out of his account. Then when the rational people at TikTok HQ get the report, they don't even look into the issue and just give a ban because a lot of people reported them. Luckily, he's been posting on YouTube ever since and doing better than ever. But I just wanted to end it on an actual case which was just plain and stupid. Now let's move on to the bad side of dark humor. And oh boy, do I have a lot to say about this. You see, ever since dark humor has been exploding online, you're gonna end up with some dumbass niggas that don't really understand what it actually means and what dark humor is. So let me just say this statement right here and now. If you're gonna make a joke online, it has to be funny and have a punchline. Some people will go out and just say the most racist, sexist, homophobic thing ever and pass it as dark humor. Let me give you an example. If someone just makes a tweet saying, "I hate black people" in an attempt to have dark humor, then that isn't humor, my nigga. You're just saying you hate black people with zero punchline. I'd rather you openly admit you're racist than try to cover.
It's gonna be if somebody comes like, get dark humor when you see it.
Up with some excuse like dark humor, and then they always end up saying the same thing. Oh, but it's just dark humor, man. You wouldn't understand. Some of us actually find it funny. Yeah, the people who find it funny are the same f***ing losers you hang around and no woman wants. Just because someone might find it funny in some random miscellaneous area in this world doesn't mean it should be said. Then these losers decided to make and craft a new cringy ass term: snowflake. Y'all will literally just call anyone a snowflake without any reasoning behind it. Someone could literally post a video of a woman getting shot in the back of the head with a double barrel shotgun, and you're gonna have that one guy in the comments like, "Guys, it's not that serious. I mean, just grow a pack of balls. Oh my god, you guys are such snowflakes." It's that type of dumb ideology that people will think of, and if they get even one stupid person to agree with them, they all of a sudden think it's okay to keep acting like this. So I'm gonna give an example to some of these losers. Let's say, I don't know, someone made a messed up joke saying they wanted to your mother. Are you gonna find that joke funny? No. But according to some of y'all's ideology,
Alright, go. No. See, look, I laugh at everything. It's bad. But look, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. How this tweet didn't get blocked.
since someone in this world is gonna find that joke funny, it's okay to say and no problem. I mean, it's just dark humor. Have a little bit of fun in your life. Now you're the one acting like a snowflake, right? Also, these people like to bring up that dark humor and edgy era on the internet. You know, from like 2011 to 2016, when PewDiePie and Leafy is here and pretty much everyone was making dark humor and edgy videos, I guess. But they fail to realize this one thing. Motherfucker, it's not 2016 anymore. Lil bro, you gotta give it up and move on with your life. How are you a full-grown
I'm not gonna lie, that'll never end. You always know that one person that just like does all the research, go through all the old videos from like 10 years ago, go through all the old tweets from 10 years ago, then they'll pull it up and be like, oh my god, this person is racist, this person is a homophobe. Like, bro, you're pulling up the oldest shit. Like, I don't understand. I always hate that, bro. Like, you got all this time to run through all their old stuff and look at that. Like you looking through all their old stuff to find something negative. Like that's the most like wow.
Adult now and crying about this still. It was 6 years ago! That's more than half a decade ago! It's like that kid who still shows up to their old high school football games. Move on with your life and stop staring at the high school cheerleaders. Also, have some of y'all ever thought that there's a reason why all of these channels were left back in 2016? Because those videos back then, which I hate to say, but a lot of them were cringy as f. And that's coming from someone who grew up watching these type of videos on YouTube as a kid. Let's take one of the biggest people back then. Leafy is here. I'm honestly sad I ever watched this man's videos when I was younger. Have you ever stopped and take time to look back at a Leafy is here video in 2022? That shit was ass! All he did was talk over the same gameplay and bully some random 12-year-old kid for no reason.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I watched YouTube like occasionally before 2016. So only ones I seen for 2016 was someone like Cash Nasty, Dude the Killer, a little bit of Flight Reacts. Well, he wasn't was he Reacts at the time? I don't remember. But then after that, like 2016, I just started watching OSN, Illuminati. Not so Illuminati. I started watching in 2017. 2021. Yeah, 2021. That's not found out who your rage was. I'm not gonna lie, but I used to see your rage channel like before 2020. But I thought that was another Illuminati channel. Like, cause he would post videos of him reacting to Illuminati or like plug videos, and I think like, is this like Illuminati's second page? Like that's what I thought at the time. So I didn't know who your rage was. I just didn't watch him because I thought that was another Illuminati page. But your rage, and then I found Kai. Bruce, and like I found all those last year. Your Rage, Cassinet, Bruce, TK, people like that. I'm not, yeah, like really before like 2016, I was on YouTube for real. Like, if I was on YouTube, I'll just look up a how-to or cheats for a game, like some GTA, like how to find a bro, I know I was the only one that did this, like GTA 4, how to find the fastest car in the game, like, bro, I was just looking up shit like that, bro, like how to beat a mission, cause like GTA missions are hard when I was younger, and like they like it's crazy how I thought they were hard, like them shits were like, bro, they were hard when I was younger, bro, like that wrong side of tracks, like that mission was hard for me when I was younger, but I don't understand why it was so hard for me, because like it's the easiest mission in the world now.
Which, as a matter of fact, was most commentary channels back then. You could bet that in a
yeah, I just said a bunch of how-tos before 2016.
Commentary video from 2016 on YouTube, you were gonna hear something either racist, sexist, homophobic, and above in it. And it's crazy because the YouTubers who even make.
Oh, I looked at like them old like GTA mod videos, like people showcasing mods, and I thought like I didn't know how people did that. I thought they did like they like had mods on the phone like connected to their place, like the game console. Like I didn't know how to mod it first, but that's easy too. Made
videos like this at that time, look back at them and have said they cringe at the way they acted. They don't even associate with their old selves anymore. And it's actually been a good thing for most of them. Look at someone like Filthy Frank, for example. Bro gave up his entire channel with 7 million subs that was focused on this, to move on to a music career and is doing 10 times better than he ever was on YouTube. If he kept trying to do that same type of content forever, then he would end up being banned eventually. Also, if all social media platforms started allowing content like this to slide again, literally you wouldn't see me on this platform because nobody would be making money. Bro, do you really really think that a family-friendly company like Disney is gonna run their ads on a video like Leafy's is here nowadays? They got an image to hold up to whether you like it or not. If there's not some type of moderation going on with the website's content, why the hell would a company trust their ads to be run on it? Which is actually kind of funny because Twitter's a perfect example of this happening recently. I applaud Elon Musk for pretty much sinking Twitter into nothing in the span of 1 month. That's true talent right there. Because when this man Elon started resurrecting all the suspended accounts like Andrew Tate and Donald Trump and told everyone that they're free to start being comedians again, which was just what these kids who think they're funny with dark humor were looking for, the use of the N-word immediately jumped to 500% in the span of 24 hours.
That's expected. They love, you know, people love that word. That word, you know.
These mofos were just waiting in the shadows until something like this was gonna happen, which then led to all of Twitter's advertisers basically leaving. And now Twitter's about to go bankrupt.
People on COD love that word. Like, they can't go 5 minutes without saying it. That or the F-bomb, either one.
But that's the consequences of letting whatever dark humor and anything go on a website. If we have to sacrifice some crazy dark humor that honestly wasn't even funny at the time for content creators to still be able to make bread online, I'm taking the bag over anything else. I'm sorry. And this humor was also definitely deceiving to me as a kid. I'm gonna give a little story, so prepare. When I was growing up in that time, I used to hang out with online friends and Skype all day playing games and shit. Rest in peace, Skype. And these kids were the worst of the worst, most toxic people ever. It was to the point where they called me things like the N-word and slurs I honestly can't even say on here. But here's the key thing about it. These people were the farthest thing from being black. They were the most whitest of whitest motherfuckers you would ever meet in your life. Think of someone who you think is very white, like, I don't know, Will Ferrell, and multiply that by 10. And at that time, I really didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I thought it was all just dark humor and edgy jokes. But in reality, I was just really blinded at that time. I was 13 and I really didn't understand what it meant. And I also thought it was okay because people on the internet were acting like this all the time. Luckily, I separated myself from those weirdos before even getting into high school. God knows the type of horrible human being I would be today if I stayed in contact with those type of people. Y'all niggas would see me tied to chains like Tai Lung and Kung Fu Panda somewhere. I'm just saying this to say though that this type of dark humor is not okay and very weird. And I hope other kids can take note of my mistake and not do the same thing. So I'm gonna wrap this video up with this. Dark humor is okay at the right place, at the right time, and when it's actually used in a correct way. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Please step on me. Mommy, please step on me. Step on me, mommy.